Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, I want to welcome you here. Sorry, I'm a little bit late, but how do we keep asset classes? We got a few of them, so we got to talk about it today because we got to increase our streams of income. We're going to talk about it a little bit more, and welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check, and please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. And I want to thank everybody for being here. And I'm sorry I'm late again. Had technical difficulties again today. For some reason, StreamYard wasn't allowing me to log in. So we had to start a little bit later. But thank you so much for being here. And we got to talk about these asset classes. You know, we're talking about 2021 and beyond. But this year especially, you need to get many more streams of income. That's what we're trying to do here. That's why I'm talking about it, because you can't keep printing money if you're a government. You can't keep interest rates low that allow people to borrow so then they can buy up whatever they want, which means they're creating a balloon environment for stocks, for real estate, for crypto. It just keeps going and going. Sooner or later, the bubble is going to burst. And we're hoping that when it does burst, you have streams of income from assets. Assets are items that create streams of income. Just keep that in mind. A lot of people think that when they buy something of value and it stays that value, that's good enough. Yes, that could be an asset when we're talking about art paintings or trading cards or gold and silver and precious metals. But we have to sell that item in order to reap the rewards of the asset. I'm talking about assets such as real estate, assets such as dividends from stocks, assets such as when crypto and you can borrow against it, and stocks you can borrow against, a house you can borrow against. But you want streams of income right now, ladies and gentlemen, from 2021 and beyond, because if you have a job, inflation will outpace what you're going to receive from a job. You're not going to get a 10% increase in your wage year over year. All right? That will not happen. So therefore, you can't keep up unless you have assets that are going to pay you. Streams of income. That's what you want. That's what we're concentrating on right now. So welcome to the Monday Night Live stream. Is Tanisha Lyles with the icon next to her name. That means she's a member of the channel. Thank you so much for being here, Tanisha Lyles. And we have Sonic XK in the house. Logic, welcome to the Monday Night Live stream here at Stop Struggling Now. Welcome to the SSN Nation. So glad to see you here. And Super Rich is in the house. My guy, we're here, my man. That's how we do it. And we're coming out with SSN Lifestyle hopefully sometime in the next 2 months. So that means I'm probably going to have to start doing something called pre-launch probably in the next couple of weeks. And we're going to find out if you guys like that, but I'm going to need a little help. I need some feedback from the SSN Nation, because everything I'm talking about, we got to have income coming in. We have to have streams of income, right? It has to be sustainable where you can always get streams of income. And then how about the 1-2 punch? We created streams of income. We got to make it an asset. So how about once we create the streams of income, you keep getting income? That would make it an asset. That would make it valuable, because it's almost once you do something and you reap the rewards down the line, that's what you want to have, right? So we're going to create an asset, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm trying to do. So it's taken me a little bit longer than I had anticipated, because I'm trying to do something that nobody else has done other than the one-way street. What I mean by one-way street is this. Whenever somebody starts a program, it doesn't matter Network marketing, everybody knows. MLM, everybody knows. Refer a person, everybody knows. You know what happens after you refer somebody, then you get paid. And then after that, you don't get paid unless you get some more people in to the program or sign people up or refer other people. The only way that you can actually keep getting money, stream of income, is that the company has to be giving you money out of their pocket almost. But I'm going to work it out. I have a plan, and that's the first part. So I think I can do it. So this is going to be the first of its kind. That's right. The government won't like it. Let's just put it up. It will be legal, of course, but the government won't like it because I'm going to try to empower ordinary citizens, the OCs, you guys. That's an asset, ladies and gentlemen, and nobody's doing it. So I'm going to be the first to do it. And yeah, it's going to be a game changer, but it's going to be awesome if I'm able to pull this off. So we're going to find out. I have a meeting next week that's going to be pretty awesome. That's going to add to the SSN lifestyle program. So it's going to be pretty cool. All right. We got Victor Marrero in the house with his signature. Let's do this. And he has the icon next to his name. So thank you so much. Victor Marrero's in the house. And he does have multiple streams of income, which means those are assets, ladies and gentlemen. And never mind about Miss 23 streams of income. Let's see if she shows up today. I know she has her own little live streams, but we're going to find out. Moses Tillman's in the house with the icon next to his name on a Monday Night Live. Thank you so much for being here as well. I appreciate it. So we're talking about these asset classes. So some people may be confused a little bit. Goldman Sachs, you guys know I put out a video about a week ago where up until this year, they were one of the ones giving FUD on crypto, talking about it was not an asset class. Well, they quietly added it to their asset classes list a month ago. No hoopla, no fanfare. They just didn't want you to know. Because in case you guys do not understand, Bitcoin, BTC, is larger than the 4 largest banks in America combined. They're getting left behind, ladies and gentlemen. Crypto is an asset class. And by the way, down below in the description, get your free $10 in case you guys are new to the channel and haven't got your $10 free of Bitcoin yet. Please do so. All right. Now, please smash that like button. I would appreciate that for the YouTube algorithm. What else are we going to talk about? What else are assets? Assets are things like this, which people don't think about. Let's just say you sell some items on eBay, Amazon. That's an asset. That means you are getting income from it. Yes, you might have to go buy these products that you're going to sell, but now you've created a stream of income because you set up sales on Etsy, on Spotify, on eBay, on Amazon, and a slew of other places. Facebook Marketplace. You can create assets. I have the free Amazon FBA course down below in the description. Once again, to help you out, courtesy of David Quintieri. It's a free Amazon FBA course in case you're interested in that. But even more important, you want to arbitrage something. You know, how many people go to Walmart? Millions. You go to Walmart, TJ Maxx, you walk in, you see clearance items. There's an Amazon scanner that you can actually scan in the item and find out how much it's selling for on Amazon. So if you see something on clearance that's $10 and on Amazon it's $60, you might want to pick up a few and then put them on Amazon. But of course, you've got to be an Amazon seller. Pretty easy deal, right? And then you might want to use a credit card that gives you cash back. So then you get your 2, 3, 4% back as well. Talk about win-win. It's all about profit, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you want to do. That just gives you an example. But again, free Amazon FBA course down below in the description. Free. You heard it. Free. Okay. What's up next? Crypto. You guys already know. Free $10 down below. Real estate. Real estate on its own. You live in a house. People call that an asset. Why do they call it an asset? Because if you live there long enough, usually the house goes up in value, and then you can get a HELOC, which is a home equity line of credit, or you can sell the house and you reap some profit. But the whole time you live there, keep in mind, you're paying for the house. People act like they're not paying for the house, like it was gifted to them. So if I'm spending, I'll just use a simple number, $1,000 per month. I bought a house for $400K, and it's $1,000 a month. So first off, I have a note on it. First off, I had to put down, I'll even use old school 10%. I had to put down 40 grand. So I owe 360. So not only did I have to give up 40 grand, I also pay $1,000 per month. So let's just say first year's 12,000. But what people seem to forget, in some places, most places, you have taxes per year, whether it's 2,000, whether it's 5,000, whether it's 8,000. Some people forget that they have to do maintenance of their yard or pay HOAs, which is some more money. So each year you could be paying like $20,000 a year for this $400,000 house. And everybody conveniently forgets that you actually paid $20,000 per year. And so if you had to do this for 30 years, then you've paid $600,000. So I would hope the house goes up, right? Now, flip it around a little bit. And an asset is I have somebody renting that property that's paying more than $1,000 per month. Let's call it $1,500. So I'm getting a $500 profit, let's say, or a $600 or a $700 profit. Victor Marrero knows what I'm talking about because that's what he does. I do things a little bit differently because I just can't bring myself to holding on to properties per se. I like vacation rental properties because when you live in a hot spot, then people will rent from you at a higher rate short term. I like that asset better than an actual home that I rent out because that's a single family home. So therefore, people should be getting fourplexes minimum. Duplex is nice. Threeplex is better. Fourplex gives you an FHA proposition with 3% down and a 620 credit score. We can get you there. All right. So anyhow, that is the asset classes, ladies and gentlemen. And it's gold, silver, and commodities are also asset classes, but they are based on inflation. So when inflation kicks up, gold, silver, and precious metals rise accordingly. So that's why in 2 years, silver has doubled in price. Gold has went up about, has to be around 50%. All right. Because it was around 1,200 2 years ago, and now it's around 1,800. So that's about 600. Yeah, 50%. But our inflation has went up that much. So see, it still stays with the inflation. That's an asset class. Where do you get gold and silver, precious metals? APMEX, SD bullion. All right. They're not assets, so to speak, where we're going to get a return on our money, but that is part of the asset classes. So these are the kind of things that you have to think about. All right. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. And I wanted to get your guys' ideas on some other things, because I've talked about the SSN lifestyle and I'm trying to make it where affordable for everybody. But I don't know what people think they would like to do, right? I know a lot of my friends go on cruises. A lot of my friends stay in regular hotel rooms. So I felt to maybe at least stay in nicer accommodations, which are condominiums, at least have a cooktop, have a stove, have a place, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, or even 3 bedroom where people could stay, have a patio, almost like an apartment. To me, that's better than a hotel. If you can get that and pay less than a hotel, why wouldn't you stay in a one bedroom or 2 bedroom, or a place where you can cook your own meals and hang out and there's amenities, versus just a hotel, which usually just has a pool and a restaurant on site and a fitness center. Well, we can have a pool, restaurant on site, fitness center, spa, game room, we expand the horizons for amenities and still pay a little bit less, where do I sign up? And then if you want to go a little upscale, because ordinary citizens, this is why social media is so popular, we got to talk about boats, planes, cars, right? So that's what everybody seems to like. But then when you get to bring up the brass tacks, how much does this stuff cost? It's not cheap. So if you can get in where it's cheap, if I go down and rent a I don't know what, Toyota Camry or whatever, and it costs $50 per day, and then you're telling me I can rent a Lambo and it costs me $70 per day. Normally it's more than that, but I'm just saying, if it was, that would be a great deal, right? So some people would take the Lambo, some would take the Camry. I will say this, if I have luggage, I can't take the Lambo. So that's just the way it is. So these are the things that you have to think about. And that's the SSN lifestyle. I'm trying to bring together things that are high end that most people cannot afford, but I'm bringing it down to where people can afford and do some other things that people normally wouldn't think about. That's what I'm trying to do. So let me know if that may interest some of you, because it's not going to interest everybody, but that's the idea. It's going to be a special type membership. So, and we're going to generate revenues also. That's going to help people, where you can have people sign up for some of the stuff. You receive payments, and there'll be ongoing pools. It's going to be sweet once I set this all up. I have it still in my head. I have it written down, but it's not all together. I don't like it how it is in its present form. So we'll see what happens. K Hunter's in the house. Welcome to the Monday night live stream. Thank you so much. My goal as a travel consultant is to sell the experience. However, the Jewelry Club, dropping off my credit doesn't help my personal credit. So investing is a risk when you have nothing to start. Exactly, K Hunter. I have to agree with you on that. And that's why this year, let's just face facts. My jewelers, New Coast Direct, AG Jewelers, Ox Publishing, Hutton Chase, Chime, all of them have been affected by the credit bureaus removing their customers off the credit reports. All right, which they know what they're doing. It's not that they don't. There's a record from last year in 2020 that 71% of applicants for homes had a 760 credit score and up. That's significant. That means they're getting the better interest rates, 3% interest rates, 3.4% interest rates when inflation is over 10. That's almost like giving loans away, quite frankly. So that is one of the reasons why they're like, hold on, these guys have too high of credit scores. We got to get this stuff down. That's why we're coming with the FICO 10, FICO Resilience. We're going to start removing these guys who are able to get credit lines that can help their debt utilization and on-time payment, which is 70% of their score. No, that once we remove that, we're going to get people dropped to 700, below 720, where now we can charge them a 4.5% or maybe even higher, or command more down payment to reduce your interest rate. But either way, that's good for the banks. So that's why assets like crypto is the latest thing that they're going to be trying to block next. And that's why I say Celsius Network down below. Celsius Network down below. Again, I'll double that. And down below also is Nexo. Both of these are going to work the same. If you have crypto and you're just hodling, which means holding crypto somewhere and it's not earning interest, Nexo and Celsius, you earn interest daily on your crypto. That means while your money is sitting there at a bank, for instance, earning 1% or less, you could be earning 5, 6, 10, 12, 13% annually on your crypto, which is the same as fiat as far as I'm concerned, except there's one little difference. My dollar bill is only worth a dollar bill, and I'm losing interest every time they print money. The dollar bill is decreasing in value every time. So that is the thing that you have to think about, right? So crypto, on the other hand, it fluctuates. So if you were lucky enough to buy Bitcoin recently, it was at 45,000. Now it's almost at 60. You would have a 30% return at this point. And you'd be earning interest daily on the new price, not the old price. Unlike our dollar bills that normally, if you have $10,000 in the bank, they give you 0.01%. They'll compound it, but that's it. The dollar can't go up. Your account will not go up past 10,000 unless you add some more money. Versus the Bitcoin scenario is you would have had 10,000 in there. You now would have 13,000 in there, and you would be earning interest on that 13,000. And not only that, you can borrow against your asset of 13,000 and only get a 1% loan if you just borrow 25%. So many of you have heard me talk about this before. So that's why Celsius to me is number one in this space, and they're taking over. So down below, if you deposit $400 or more of crypto over to Celsius, they'll give you $40 of free Bitcoin or DAI. All right. So K Hunter, the answer to your question is no matter what you do, it is a risk. So if you start your business, that's a risk. If you try to get your credit right, you're buying stuff, messing around with credit, and that stuff you're buying goes down in value when you could have invested it somewhere and it'll go up in value, and then you can borrow against it. You can borrow against your stocks. You can also borrow against crypto. All right, just so you know. So therefore, you don't need credit in reality once you get to a certain level, because you can borrow with no credit check and no qualifying, and you'll know within 10 minutes or less. Well, actually, you're not asking. You will get the loan because basically it goes by the percentage, 25, 30, 40% of what the value of your asset is. They'll give you a loan, no questions asked. So everything is a risk when you, like I said, when you start your business, it's a risk. If you want to do YouTube, if you want to do social media and try to monetize yourself, that's a risk. Everything you do is a risk. Working at a job, most people don't think is a risk, but it's a risk because your boss can walk in any day and say, you know what, we are not making money anymore. I can't afford to keep you around. I have to fire you. And many of you listening right now know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, we didn't know there was a pandemic coming. Nobody did. So many people are laid off right now. Millions, 40, 50 million people are laid off. So this type of thing can happen at any time. A business could be in a deal where another company took them over, and because they took them over, then they let go of 20% of the workforce. This has happened. This is not something that's out there. So every time when you think of a risk, you just, like I would always say, you walk across the street, that's a risk. You're driving to work, that's a risk. You're driving around town, that's a risk. Riding on a bicycle, that's a risk. I mean, everything is a risk. But the only way that you're going to stay ahead of the curve, where you're going to stay ahead of the 10% inflation, the 12% inflation, the 15% inflation, you have to have revenue streams coming in. You have to think about those revenue streams at all the time. That's the risk that you have to take, because otherwise you're just going to keep getting left behind, and the wealth gap is just getting larger and larger. In case you guys missed the last video where I was talking about downtown real estate in Miami, no qualifying, no credit check. Again, you don't need credit because it's pre-construction. You do need money though. So that's why in 2021, I've been focusing on getting more money in your pockets and how to do it. Because once you have money coming in, you don't need credit, because there are many options that can get you credit. And somebody, I can't remember today, said downtown Miami, the particular property was the Nativo, Miami. And it was minimum, you're going to need around $75,000 because the condo is $350,000 and they want 20% down. So that's $75,000. And they were saying, well, I don't have $75,000. I said, okay, that's fine. A lot of people don't. Millions, 2/3 of the population doesn't. But the point is, okay, well, that's why I started with Punta Cana properties first, because all you need there was 7,000, 5,000, 10,000. That's it. You didn't need 75. and you could still get yourself a condo that turns into an asset that you can rent out for vacation rentals. It's that simple. No credit check, no qualifying, no barrier to entry. You just need the cash. So once you understand, if you start thinking $3,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, then it opens up everything, because then you can say, hey, you know what? I can afford putting down $5,000 and then paying $1,000 a month for 2 or 3 years with no credit check, no qualifying, no nothing. It's not a problem at that point. But it's a problem if all you have is credit, where your credit score is 780 or 750 or 720, but yet your cash flow is less than nothing. It doesn't matter what your credit score is. You can't qualify unless you have the income to begin with. You can't buy a $500,000 house and make $60,000 a year. It's not going to happen. All right? Just so you guys know, let me give you some insights on the numbers. People are always talking about these houses. When homes started increasing in price, when they're up there at $400,000 or $500,000, $500,000, $400,000, you got to be in 6 figures. Pretty much. You got to be in 6 figures. And heaven forbid if you already have a car payment and any other payments of significance, because that goes against you. And now you have to make even more money, because you are going to have a 35 to 40% DTI. That's fine. But again, that's why I like assets as a house where you're renting them out, because then somebody else can pay your asset. But again, you're going to have to be in 6-figure territory if you want a 4, 5, 6. Well, let's just talk. If you want a $600,000 or $700,000 house, then you're going to have to be in 6-figure territory. But it ain't going to be $100,000. You're going to have to make more than $100,000. You're going to have to be in the 150s, almost 200s, most times. So that just gives you an idea. And just so you know, look, top 10 percenters only make that kind of 6 figures. All right. Actually, it's less than top 10. It's like 5% of the population makes 6 figures. Just to give you an idea, it's not that big of a number. That's why most of the time, 2 people together, husband and wife, one makes 70, another makes 80. Now they buy a $500,000-$600,000 house. But here's what you guys need to know. Millionaires, this is unbelievable. Most millionaires, their home on average only costs $450,000. Just to give you an idea, because they're not stupid. They like having extra money sitting around. They don't want to go out here and buy a $700,000 house, $800 million home. Most millionaires have on average a $450,000 house, which means there's some millionaires that live in a $300,000 house. Just to give you an idea, you don't even suspect them. They're your neighbors, by the way. All right. So anyhow, I ranted enough about that. Let's see what else we got going on. Curtis Davis, welcome to the Monday Night Live Stream. Mr. Financials in the house. Glad to see you here this evening. The banks have been siphoning out people's wealth through mortgages. Exactly. That's why they always have taught everyone, get a house, get that picket fence, get that car, get that 2.5 kids. All of that is costing you an arm and a leg. All of it. Except they added a twist recently in the last 20 years. They made you go to school, and then they increased the cost of college to astronomical number, 60 grand, 70 grand, 100 grand. Now you're coming out with that debt. So now people are getting left behind because they have that debt. Then they say, oh, I'm sorry, you can't get a house. You don't make enough. Sorry about that. You got to pay that monthly payment for your college. Yeah, but I make 80 grand a year. All I want is a $200,000 house. Sorry, sir. And heaven forbids if you have some children as well, because now you have schooling, you have daycare, you have a bunch of expenses, and you need to get to work. So more than likely, you might have a car. So it starts escalating, and they're siphoning off your wealth before you can even get out of the starting blocks. So that's why we're reversing it here. If you start thinking when you're 18, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, and you're saying, you know what, I need some streams of income. I don't need any liabilities. Liabilities are things like leases on cars, car payments, Those are liabilities. Going out here buying flat screen TVs because they're cool for $3 grand, $2 grand. That's liabilities. Okay. You don't want none of that in reality if you can avoid those. What you want to use is that money for investment purposes. Investments are things that create revenue for you. All right. Do we have to convert all our coins into BTC in order to transfer to Exodus? I need that confirmed. Okay. If no, I don't know what you're trying to do. You're going to have to explain a little further, Tanisha Lyles, because you're trying to send it back, transfer. Yeah, you're sending it back to X. No. Okay. It all depends on what you're trying to swap. So what I think this is what you mean. So if you need to swap it on one of the exchanges and the swap says BTC to BNB, for instance, on that exchange, then yes, you have to send everything in BTC. Or the other way, it could be ETH to BNB. So then therefore you'd have to send it. It depends on what the swap is. If you're trying to swap ETH for BNB, ETH for Theta, things like that, or BTC for Theta, BTC for Polkadot, you have to match it. So yes, you would have to send all your BTC. You can't send, let's say 100 BTC, 100 ETH, and then the match is only BTC to BNB. That means you can only do 100, but they're going to siphon off, $3 or $4 or whatever. But the point is, $100 BTC will buy $100 in BNB. All right. And the other 100, you're going to have to find out if it pairs up with ETH to BNB. Then you would have to be able to buy the other 100. But that's why you would send everything in one coin, because it has to match up. All right. Hopefully that helps you out. And by the way, coins in Coinbase. I tried to follow the video. That part was unclear. Thanks. Yeah. And also what's unclear is, remember on Friday night, I think it was Friday night, when you asked if the Theta was tradable on Coinbase, and we actually went to Coinbase and they had tradable next to it. So it was yes. So I went in the next day to get Theta on Coinbase. It's not tradable any longer. They took it away. I couldn't believe it. Unbelievable. What's up? Diesel Mike's in the house. Welcome to the Monday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Diesel Mike with the icon next to his name. I appreciate that. Good evening, Mr. Bird and SSN fam. Head up. That's right, Wilson Koo. How you doing, man? With the icon next to his name as well. Thank you so much for being here on Monday Night Live. Only keep your emergency funds in the bank. That's what I do, Victor Marrero. I don't even keep emergency funds in the bank. Maybe 3 to 6 months of expenses. And this is from someone that works for Chase. Exactly, Victor Marrero. I like that. I don't even keep that in 3 to 6 months of expenses in the bank. Quite frankly, I have a different take. That's why it's kind of funny. I have Chase, but I keep like $50 in there. I only use Chase for like when I need to send money, like the wire or something like that. I'm just like, okay. The way I look at it is 3 to 6 months expenses sit at crypto, sits in stocks, because I can't earn anything at the bank. So if you had 6 months, you almost should have like $10,000 in there. And so I'd rather at least risk it and say, hey, if I make more, fine. If I make less, fine. But I'd at least have a chance of turning the 10 into 12 over the 6 months or 7 months or a year, which could be done because it's simple enough. You can get 10% dividends if you just wanted 10%. And you can get interest from crypto like Celsius. And by the way, if you guys want a free share of stock from Robinhood and Webull, please use the link down below. I forgot about that. And the other thing is if I have 3 to 6 months worth of expenses sitting at the bank, it's only giving me 0.01% or 0.5, not even that. I don't even know what the interest rates are anymore. They're so ridiculous. So, but that's the way I look at it. Why keep them there? Because I'm still solvent. In essence, I'll take a risk on the 10, 12, 15K. And I'm sitting there going, okay, if I lose, I lose. But if I win, I don't just have 15, I might have 20. All right. So That's the way I look at it. And if I need the money, I just sell and take it out. I'll have the money in 2 days. So that's why I never leave it in the bank. Makes no sense. But there's the banker himself saying, just leave 3 to 6 months of expenses in the bank. That's it. You don't want to leave any more. And I agree with that. Many fast food places rehiring while real jobs not returning. Exactly. Exactly. How many of you have seen there's a Dairy Queen sign floating around on social media, and they put in their sign, we're hiring, but only those who actually want to show up for work. People are spoiled out here now. They're getting that money, and even though it's not enough to live on, people don't want to work. And even at fast food joints, I went to McDonald's, and they had $11 per hour. I couldn't believe it. That's higher than I've ever seen. Even this is in Florida, by the way. $11 per hour. And I was like, that's interesting. Nobody wants the job. Now, obviously, you can't live on $11 per hour. I understand that. But still, at least it doesn't say $7.50 or $8.50. So they can't get anybody to work at these jobs. And they're not going to be giving out $20 an hour jobs, nor $30 an hour jobs. So you got to start somewhere, but nobody's willing to take that. It's incredible. But speaking of the reason why a lot of people aren't taking that is because people have monetized themselves. Here's the other asset. Online is an asset. You're monetizing. Like this YouTube channel, Stop Struggling Now, is an asset. It brings in revenue. So now people are able to sit at home, make videos, not only on YouTube, but you can do Instagram. There's other places, even Clubhouse now. Missed 21 streams of income tells me today, that's Melody Bonita for everybody who does not know, she now has 23 streams of income because Clubhouse has monetized her. That is incredible. I didn't even know that was a thing. So needless to say, the day after she told me Clubhouse, you can monetize yourself, I'm like, okay, I got to get on Clubhouse. Except I have a problem. I'm not an Apple guy. I'm an Android guy. So apparently Clubhouse is for Apple users. But never fear, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever there's an Apple, there's an Android guy that does open source. And sure enough, there's a link down below for Android people. 1.08 on GitHub. You can get the app and mess around with the app that this guy made for Android. And now, after tomorrow, I'm going to try and get my on Clubhouse. And then we'll see about how we can get monetized on Clubhouse. So I can, but I'm not catching Miss 23 streams of income. She just jumps up every time I try to catch her. She added another one. So now I got to add Clubhouse because she's ahead of me by a lot. Double digits. So I'm going to try and catch up. So now I got to get Clubhouse. But anyhow, I got a link down below for everybody that's on Android. Everybody who has Apple, you might as well just go to the Apple Play store and get the Clubhouse from there. And by the way, you monetize yourself online with your websites, with your Instagram, your social media platforms. That's how you can monetize yourself. Anybody new here and don't know, on Snapchat, they have a new feature called Spotlight, and they're giving people $1 million a day, not one person. A few people, when their videos go viral, they're willing to cut people checks. All right. You don't have to be a big time influencer. All right. So if you're messing around on Reels or TikTok or doing something funny on videos, then you might want to add that, doing it on Snapchat, because they're giving away real money. All right. It could be 2,000. It could be 5,000. It could be, $500. But the point is, you can monetize yourself. So people are sitting there doing the numbers. They're going, well, wait a minute. If I had enough followers on certain platforms, I can make a couple of $1,000s per month. And at $11 per hour times 40, that's only $440 less taxes. So I'm almost around 300, 380. So now they start going, well, wait a minute. I might be able to make 380 a week. That's, $1,200 a month, or what is that, 1,600? Yeah, they start doing the numbers. They're like, wait a minute, I can mess around on Twitch and maybe get some following and get monetized there. So there's thinking, so there's too many options available that you can use sitting at home as long as you have internet. And I gave you one at the beginning with the Amazon and a scanner, and you're sitting at, Target or something at the clearance thing, and you scan it and you see something that is there on clearance is selling on Amazon for $60 that you can pick up for $5 or $10. And now you can arbitrage your way into making money. And people are like, well, wait a minute, if I can sell 5 of these and I'm making $60 profit, that's a whole almost a week worth of working 40 hours a week. So those are the reasons why they're going to have a very hard time hiring people at these numbers. And it's just going to get worse because it's going to cost of living is going to go up. So there's no way around it. Reduction in force happens all the time. There we go. Victor Herrera, right on time. Reduction in force happens all the time. Reorganizations, etc. Have plan B or you will pay for it. He can't. He said it exactly. I totally agree with that. That's exactly what we're talking about here. This is why I started Stop Struggling Now, because a lot of people rely too much on their job. They go, okay, I'm going to have this job for 20, 30 years. And then when it doesn't happen 20, 30 years, all of a sudden you lose everything. Homes, cars. And if you go in most major cities, a lot of people are homeless now who had well-paying jobs. They don't even want to report this on TV. All right? It's that bad. There are people living in tents who used to have what some would consider mansions, 3, 4, 5 bedroom homes, 3,500, 4,000, 4,500 and up square foot, 6-figure jobs. And during this pandemic, they went away and you can't pay for anything, so you lose it all. And they're sitting down in places like Echo Park, Echo Lake in Los Angeles. And it's unbelievable. You guys might want to Google that. That's just for starters. They don't even want to show none of this on TV. In LA, at Venice Beach, at one time Venice Beach, tourist hotspot. Now it's homeless hotspot. Tents are lined up along the walk. It's incredible. And it's not just 5, 10, 20 people either. We're talking about like 100, 150. And I'm talking about Echo Lake. It's almost surrounding, and people are out at Echo Lake where they have paddle boats that are swans. People are out there like everyday life, renting the paddle boats, eating at the restaurant. And on the other side of the lake is homeless camp. It's incredible. This is happening all over America. Credit plus positive cash flow equals partial freedom. Exactly. Free cash flow in business's ability to acquire assets. I totally agree with that, Mr. Financial. Thank you so much for that. Because whenever you have liabilities, that takes away from your wealth, ladies and gentlemen. Just remember that. Just keep that in mind. You got to understand what's happening here. I watched this. I've actually started watching a little bit more YouTube, and I get a little more disgusted the more I see it. When you see YouTubers out here buying cars, most of the time, they're not buying cars. They're leasing cars. And then that gets a lot of people to watch their channel, and they're using that to pay for these leased cars. That's not an asset. Cars are generally go down in value. They are not an asset, no matter how much they cost. I don't care if the car costs 500 grand, unless it's a limited edition where there's 5 of them built, it's still going to go down in value. Okay. So all this rigmarole that I see about this, and people think that that's a thing. That's not a thing. All right. What's a thing is making what Curtis Davis says right here happen. Free cash flow. You have cash flow coming in, and no, you do not have a $1,500 car lease payment. Okay? Those two things don't go hand in hand in reality. It's nice if you want to do it, But that's not what ordinary citizens should be doing. If you have $1,400, you better be putting that into creating extra money for you. Stocks, crypto, or some business that you're putting that money into that's generating revenues for you. Or like me and Victor Marrero's doing, because I don't know if anybody else has bought any. Oh, yeah, I don't see him here tonight. Julio, I'll call him. He bought it, Punta Cana Park. And I got Punta Cana Gardens and another place, Simon's Residences. Victor Marrero owns it, Cana Rock at Galaxy. So unless you're like us, it would make sense. We're doing pre-construction. We will pay $1,400. We will pay $1,000 per month for an asset because these are vacation rental properties. But we are not going to be spending $1,400 a month on a $300,000 car that's going to be worth $295,000 2 years from now. Why are we going to do that? And it also $1,000, $1,500 a year for upkeep. Why would we do that? That makes zero sense. We're not doing it. We're not a YouTube channel. So we're not monetized to show this stuff off and then get a paycheck next month. So that doesn't make sense. We're out here trying to get revenue streams so then the rest of our life we have money coming in regardless of a job. All right? That's where you want to be, because then you won't even care about a job at that point. You'll be like, well, wait a minute. Okay, I get like $5,000, $6,000 per month coming in, and you get tax write-offs. You don't have to pay. It's not the same as working at a job. Remember this, ladies and gentlemen. This is why you should start your own business. This is one of the reasons. You make $5,000 per month. Your check is going to be somewhere like $4,000, maybe even $3,700. Okay? You make $5,000 per month when you have your a rental business. The worst case scenario is that we might have to pay 15%. That's the worst in taxes. All right? So that's a big difference. So if I make $5,000 and I only have $750 taken out, let's call it $4,200 is what I'm going to receive versus $3,700 every month. Start doing the math. $500 end of a year, that's $6,000. 2 years is 12. Next year it's 18. We get to use that money to make investments that generate us more revenue. So that's an asset class, real estate. You can flip real estate. All right. You can assign real estate, sign a contract, make a deal with somebody, always say, hey, it's going to be I want to always put in, it can be assigned to somebody else. So then I can flip it to another buyer if somebody's willing to pay more. All right. I'm going to give you guys an example. My contract at Simon's Residences, and in Punta Cana, and most contracts probably say this, but mine, I specifically was looking for that little clause in mine because Victor Marrero has a property, the Cana Rock Galaxy, which is he bought it at $231. It's worth $300, maybe even more right now. It hasn't even, it's about another 3 or 4 months, I believe it's going to be ready, but it's worth $300,000. So in essence, without the assign clause on the real estate deal, he would not be able to assign it to another person. If another person found him and said, hey, you know what? I want to buy this from you for $300,000. Or better yet, I'll buy it from you for $310 because otherwise you have no incentive to sell it to me, or $320. He could therefore just flip it because he has an assignment clause. He doesn't have to accumulate it, buy it, and then sell it to the person. He could just assign it to the person and say, hey, I owe $115, so you need to cut me a check for $200K or something thereabouts, about $100K or whatever. But anyhow, the point I'm trying to make is he can assign the asset because it's in the contract. And I have the same thing. I'm pretty sure he does too. I have the same thing in my contracts. So if somebody comes to me, like the Simon Residence is, the penthouse unit's only $82,000. That's it. To me, that's the cheapest. in all of this area of Punta Cana, 2-bedroom penthouse for 82 grand is the cheapest one in the neighborhood. All right. Who's ever 2 miles from downtown, that's where I am, from downtown Punta Cana, that's the cheapest 2-bedroom, bar none, regarding condominiums. All right. So if somebody 2 years from now comes up to me and says, hey, Eric, I'll give you 140, 150. Well, I might do it. It all depends on what the situation is, or I might not. But the point I'm trying to make is you're flexible. It's an asset that you now can do some things with. That's the point. All right. If you own property now, go for a line of credit loan or do a refi, cash out and put a down payment on another property. Wait a few years and do it again. Victor Marrero, exactly. I totally agree with this 110%. Ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to get any better rates than what you're getting right now. This is a let me call it, 2008, 1997 or 4, whatever it was. So yeah, you'll have 3 times you can do this in your lifetime. But here's one right now. You can get low interest rates. And what he's saying is exactly right, because let me explain. He's saying go for a line of credit, which is otherwise known as a HELOC, home equity line of credit, because if your property value goes down, they will not give you that loan. So you might sit here right now and be like, oh man, I got $200,000 worth of equity. They're willing to give me 130. Right. Well, if the economy goes worse, where home prices go down, they will not give you that HELOC. But if you already have the HELOC, they can't take it away if you use some of it. If you don't use it, then they can take it away. That's why the second part of his thing is take it out, put it down on another property that you're going to rent out, and have the renters pay for your HELOC back. It won't be revoked. I'm pretty sure Victor Marrero knows exactly what I'm talking about, because if a person has a line of credit and they don't use it, sometimes the bank goes, I'm sorry, home values have decreased. We're not going to allow you to use your HELOC. So that's why this is very important right now. This is while the getting is good, because you're not going to have this low interest rates forever. All right. You probably have actually interest rates started going back up, but they're still pretty low. If they're under 4%, under even 5% to me right now, 5% is even low, which is high, but 5%, if inflation is 10% or 12% or 15%, which is what it really is, then 5% is low. All I know is what he's saying is exactly right. If you have any asset that has any ability to get a line of credit or borrow against, refi, like he said, then the automatic move at this point, refi, get the cash, get your HELOC, buy another property that's going to generate you another stream of revenue. You're using other people's money. Isn't that what you want to do? Haven't you heard of this before? Use other people's money. That's it. All right. So hopefully that helps you out. Victor Marrero brought it up. So I totally agree with him on this. 700K homes lock you into the middle class unless you set up streams of income prior. Exactly locks you in. I can attest to this. He's exactly right. I've told you guys this story. Many of you are new here, so I see we have some people. So please smash that like button. Yeah, I'm telling you like it is, ladies and gentlemen. What you guys perceive that rich people do, there are some rich people, but rich people invest. I'm talking about people who are the top 10 percenters. Truly top 10 percenters invest their money. And then they use that money to create more streams of revenue, which means they make more money. The other people, like a $700,000 home, people buy these homes and they only have a great paying job. All right. They're making 6 figures. Husband and wife both making 6 figures. Okay. I don't know how many of you have lived in neighborhoods where homes cost 700,000 or more. But if you have, my little pet peeve, because I have, and my little pet peeve was always my neighbors. They used to crack me up because they actually made a good living, exceptional living. They're, where they'd be making 150, 200,000, 250,000 a year, but they worked for someone else most of the time. All right. Or they worked for themselves, but it always ended up being a stretch. The reason why is because we got to keep up with the Joneses. So not only do you have the $700,000 house, but now you got to get that Tesla. You got to get that Benz. You got to get that something that's cool car. So the neighborhood goes, oh, he's cool. This fitting in nonsense. So that seems to be the prerequisite. And so the other thing that used to crack me up is you go to the person's house, and then I get there and they barely even have any furniture, hardly any pictures even on the wall. It was incredible. But they got the cars, they got the house, they got the pool in the backyard, the barbecue grill and bar out back, all this stuff. But you go in the house and it's like, does anybody even live here, or what's the deal? It's crazy. You know why? Furniture costs an arm and a leg when you have a freaking 4,000, 3,500 square foot house. And you have 5 bedrooms. I don't know if you guys went mattress shopping lately, but you would find out real fast when somebody says, well, you want this cheapy mattress set for $250 from the corner store that the springs hit you, or do you want that plush stuff? Well, the plush stuff is going to cost you a couple of G's, 2-3 G's. Mattress, box springs, the real deal stuff. The ones where you get a good night's sleep, no hurt, no pain. Sure, you can always get the other stuff, but if I have friends coming over and neighbors hanging out, staying at the pad, I got the right stuff. You guys are going to be comfortable when you come hang out in my joint. You're sleeping on some of the, what do you call those, Tempur-Pedics? You wake up feeling good. And those things are expensive. And you're going to have entertainment. So what I'm saying is they'd come to my house and they just start looking around like, whoa, what's going on? This guy's got every nook and cranny in this joint. And he's got pictures on every wall and maybe 3, 4, 5. They're like, whoa, who are you guys? And I'm not going to work. I don't leave. They're just sitting there like, what's going on? And I don't have fitting in with the Joneses syndrome. I don't have Teslas and 80, 90, $100,000 cars in the driveway. I'm an ordinary citizen. So my cars cost $35,000 or less because cars go down in value. All right? Let's keep it real. You don't want to play with the Joneses. You want to get assets and you want to keep your money. You don't want to be in the middle class. Don't get caught up. 80,000 is ridiculous student loan debt. Exactly, K Hunter. I know some people that's got like $120,000 in student loan debt. It's ridiculous. Hey fam, Brooklyn Daddy's in the house. Welcome to the Monday night live stream. Glad to see you here. I appreciate your support again as usual. Robbie D, what's up, Eric? Good to see you sharing info. Robbie D, hey, did you get that info that I sent you earlier today? Because remember that one about the 75K? Because that video I dropped today, in case you guys haven't seen it, I'll keep saying it again. If you have no barrier to entry, don't come crying to me 2 years from now. I'm giving you Puna Cana where you can put down $5,000 and get yourself some rental property, streams of income, assets. And then I turn it into we're welcome to America, where it's going to cost you 20% down because we're in America. They want 75K, 78K. Some of you can afford that. Do you want to do it is the question. And so therefore, some people can't do that. So what do we have to do? Well, we just move our board. That's all. We change the checkerboard. We're doing the chessboard over here. We say, well, we can't afford $80, $100, $150,000 down payment, but can you afford $5 and keep it moving? Yes, $5,000 gets you a condo or gets you a villa in Punta Cana. A villa, ladies and gentlemen, a home. Yeah, it's only probably a 2-bedroom, 1,200 square feet, but it's a villa for 60 grand, 70 grand in a gated community. Come on, keep up. We can rent them out. We have streams of revenue. All right. There's always more than one way to skin cats. That's what we do. All right. Just got home from parent dinner. You know, strong family is important. Well, to me, well, that's right, John Ruck. I'm not mad at you. That's right. Family is important. I'm not mad at you. And that's where sometimes people get kind of confused what's going on. You do want to work. You do want to have fun. And then sometimes family is more important than both, as they should be. Right? I told you guys know some of my stories. When my youngest daughter, actually, I lived with me ever since she was like 6, 7 years old. And it's unfortunate because it's actually because her mom passed away. So my daughter stayed with me 24/7. And her friends couldn't believe every time when she's growing up, her friends would come over and be like, hey, is your dad go to work? And she would look at them like, what are you talking about? No, he works here. And when she's 8 years old, same thing. 10 years old, same thing. 13 years old, 17. Her friends would always be coming over asking the same questions. She would have new friends. And they'd always be like, your dad's home at 3 o'clock. And then at first, it's no biggie. But then every time they come over, they'd be like, wait, your dad's always home. Does he go to work? And she's like, yeah, he's working right now. He makes money while he's sitting here talking with us. So that's the concept, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So that's what you really want to do. Hello, all. John Ruck in the house with the icon next to his name. And he's not working today. That's awesome. Everybody, please smash that like button. We're an hour in. Hello, all. How do I create passive income online? Super, super rich. No problem. Just Google. Not Google. Go to the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel page and put in affiliate marketing, social media marketing. It's that simple. You have to do what the influencers do. You're going to have to create another skill set because millions of people are now creating another skill set. And the skill set is this camera, this phone right here. That's your skill set. Roll tape, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook Live, whether it's Haps. By the way, the new Haps app, ladies and gentlemen, free. You can stream to 5 places for free on your phone down below, and Haps allows you to monetize yourself on their platform. All right? Haps, it's down below. You got the invite to the Stop Struggling Now Haps page, but that'll allow you to sign up with Haps. It's free. And people can actually pay you on Haps, unlike what happens here on YouTube, where when people pay you, YouTube takes like 60%, I believe. They take a hefty fee of it. So on Haps, I don't know what the fee is, but people can pay you on there, and it's not like 60% or 50%, whatever the number is. It doesn't really matter. But when we talk about passive income, that's what we're talking about. You're going to have to start to do something. I got the free Amazon FBA course down below in the description. That's for starters. All right. That's one way you can do it. The other way is do affiliate marketing, do social media marketing. The affiliate marketing, you can do several ways, but it helps out if you're doing video. All right. Roll tape. You can do Instagram lives. You can do Facebook lives. You can do YouTube lives. You can make YouTube videos. You can post your videos anywhere. You don't even have to be on YouTube, and you can post videos on your other social media websites. The Snapchats, the TikToks, all that. Pinterest, by the way. Pinterest is even better because if you're selling products, you can post on Pinterest, link your products to your Pinterest image, and when somebody clicks on that image, they can go buy it. So there's all kind of ways to create passive income, but you have to be diligent about this. You got to get your online real estate. And online real estate means your .coms. That means whatever you need. Get your name, whatever name you want on all the social media platforms. All right. And speaking of that, crypto again, you guys want to accept crypto as a payment? Down below, unstoppable.crypto domains. So again, you might as well familiarize yourself with crypto. Get your free $10 from Coinbase down below in the description. Familiarize yourself with crypto. It's coming. All right. Because like I said, imagine you send me crypto. I just say, hey, send me $100 to stopstrugglingnow.crypto. It doesn't matter which crypto you use. So if you say, hey, Eric, I don't have BTC, fine. I don't have Ethereum, fine. I don't have Theta, fine. I don't have VeChain, fine. Eric, I have Zilla. All right. Well, then send it in Zilla to .crypto. Stopstrugglingnow.crypto. Send it there. $100. All right. You monetize yourself, ladies and gentlemen. $40 one-time cost for your .crypto name. Unstoppable domains down below in the description. Guess what else? You don't have an annual renewal fee. So that stops you losing, like people have lost their .com names because they didn't renew it. Not in this case. Your .crypto, you're not going to lose. That's online real estate. All right? You can build websites on that .crypto domain on the blockchain. How about that? So now you can build a website on there. You don't have a monthly fee. You don't have to pay the monthly hosting fee like I do with GoDaddy. No hosting fee. That's out the equation. Also out the equation is the 2.3, 2.9, 3% fee for merchant processing. That's out the window. All right. This is the future, ladies and gentlemen. Get your online real estate now. Even if you don't understand it, the risk is $40 for an unstoppable domain.crypto. That's your risk, $40. If you never do anything with it, that's all you spent. And then what you do is you go out on some marketplace and say, hey, I got this .crypto name. Who wants to buy it from me? Hopefully they'll buy it for more than 40, but make it $40. Somebody buy it from me. Then you get your money back. But again, passive income, you have to create it. And there's many ways. So I say use the free stuff to start with. It's hard, but you got to be consistent. You got to keep going. Don't give up. Don't go, hey, I didn't sell nothing after 5 times I did it or 3. You got to go at least 100. Remember, you have millions of other people doing the same thing you're doing. Everybody wants passive income. That's been the way of life ever since the internet came out. But not everybody's willing to put in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. Hell, let me give you guys an example of something. I'm going to give you a perfect example. Here I am with Stop Struggling Now. I literally pretty much try to help people for the hell of it. There's no courses to sell. There's nothing else going on. But yet, my videos, 200 views, 150 views, that's it. 300 views, that's it. I've been doing this for almost 3 years. Still, that's all I have. Meanwhile, people that talk about similar things that I talk about, thousands of views. And they don't even give you guys the real. They give you generalities. I'm telling you how to do it. Showing you receipts half the damn time. Showing you how to do it. And I still only have 200 views, 100 views, 300 views. That's it. But if I talk about credit that gets people in debt, all of a sudden thousands of views, right? I don't understand. So I'm still talking about making money, even though the YouTube algorithm doesn't work, even though they don't kick me that much money, but I'm still here. I'm not stopping. They're not stopping me. I'm delivering the messages and I'm hoping I'm helping a few people to boot. So we're still going to roll, because bottom line of the story is what I'm telling you guys to do is what I do. That's why it's the no guru zone, because I make money from streams of income like I'm telling you guys to do. So therefore, I don't need the extra, like I say, the courses and put in 5, 6, 8, 10 commercials. Not needed. All right. So we're still going to make this happen. And then SSN Lifestyle is going to blow the lid off of everything out there. Because you guys, I got some other stuff going on with that. I got to give you guys a little bit more. But that's how you do passive income. You just got to be consistent, and you just got to keep going. And don't let anybody tell you any different. Sure. I mean, like, I'll use me as an example. I may not make the best thumbnails. I may not speak the best. But the information is there. Anybody can do it. And everybody can get streams of income. Passive. Curtis Davis, agree. I have seen a ton of hiring now signs all over the place, mainly at fast food places. Exactly. They're everywhere. Everywhere. Nobody wants to take that job. You want to know who will take that job that a lot of people are upset about? You know them people that's coming from the border seeking asylum? They'll take that job. Right? Nobody wants to work at the fast food spots, but those people seeking asylum, they'll take them. I'm not mad at them. They fled a place that their family was in harm's way. They come to America. They said, hey, we're going to live 10 people in one place. We're all going to make $11 per hour. At the end of the week, we're going to dump the money in the middle, and we handling. And, oh, by the way, we got enough now after we've been here for 5 months. Enough for what? Enough. Hey, somebody's going to let us get some land over here where we can pay them a monthly payment, and we're going to go all chip in and build a house every paycheck. We're going to go get some lumber. We're going to go get some shingles. We're going to go get some drywall. Let's go build the first house. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. That's not the mentality in America. And does the shopping cart trick for those credit cards still work? Yes, super, super rich, it works. But keep in mind, only 60% of the time does it work in the first place. So, yes, it still works. All right, because it's community bank, so it still works. Clubhouse, Tanisha Lyles, exactly. Melody Bonita got monetized, she tells me. For that's 23 streams of income. So now I have to call her Miss 23 streams of income. So now I got to get on Clubhouse and get monetized. Victor, reopening in America. It's not reopening. Talked to many low-wage people, and too many of them said $800 a week via unemployment, too good, and refused. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. But when that runs out, the bottom falls out of everything in America. These people are out spending money right now on stuff that they don't need. And it would help out if a majority of them said, you know what, let me buy some stocks, or let me buy some crypto. Let me invest in a business of some sort. That should be the move. But people are out there partying. It's crazy. Hit the like button, people. Maria G's in the house to remind me. Hit that like button, people, as she says. Thank you so much, Maria G. Thank you. Campbell RPT's in the house with the icon next to his name. Hello, everyone. Glad to see you here on a Monday Night Live. Thank you so much for being here. Curtis Davis, California people get drunk off easy job money. All of LA looks like Skid Row. It is spread from city center to Venice Beach. Exactly. It's exactly what it looks like. Looks dead on Skid Row, in fact. It's out of control over there. Fajita's in the house, but I'm having midlife crisis. Hey, man, what is a midlife crisis in reality, right? No time for midlife crisis. Jobs are designed to keep eyes on small picture, not the big financial picture. The foundation of wealth, assets, stocks, rental, real estate, crypto, sometime 401k or foundation. Exactly, Curtis Davis couldn't have said any better. Mr. Financial, exactly. Which one is better, HELOC or a refi? I can't say. I'll put it this way. Victor Marrero might chime in, but I'm going for whoever gives me the lowest interest rate. That's what I'm going with. All right. Plain and simple. All right. Ali G's in the house. Nice to see you again, Ali G. And the icon next to your name. Thank you so much for being here on the Monday Night Live. Oh, Twopetist 1974. Welcome to the Monday Night Live stream. Hello. Found your stream yesterday and really think we'll love this new streamer community. Okay, the Discord. Don't know nothing about that. I don't know how you did that because normally people can't put links in. But thank you so much for that. Curtis Davis, student loan debt in 2005, average was $40K. 10 years later, $90K. It's all predictable with inflation. There you go, 5% a year. That's right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, how many more times do we have to keep showing you that inflation is not 2%? They're telling you it's 2%, like I always say. That way you don't go to your job every year and be like, hey, man, inflation's 5%. Why are you trying to give me 2% raise or 1% raise or no raise? That's why they get psychologically, they're messing with you. They keep messing with you. If they told you what the real deal was, 12%, 15% per year, are you going to settle on a raise of 2%, 3%, 1%? Hardly. Hardly. Wouldn't happen. At Maria, most definitely a refi. It typically comes with a lower interest rate. There you go. There you go. He said it exactly right. That's what I'm saying. Whichever one gives me the lower interest rate. Lines of credit loans typically have fluctuating monthly payments due to rising interest rates. Yep, that is very true. He's on it. Victor Marrero knows this stuff. He's with the, well, let's call it Chase is one of the one that Chase is number one pretty much. They got so much stuff going on. It's ridiculous. I'm on it. Robbie D, right on. There you go, man. That's what I like to hear. I'm on it. I'm executing. And I did it. Sleeping on cloud when you stay with Eric for the night. Moses Tillman. That's right, man. That's how we do it. Nobody wants to leave. They waking up refreshed, sleeping well, way past their normal wake-up time. They're like, geez, what's happening? I woke up at 10. I'm like, you know what's happening. And notice no noise around here. Exactly, man. That's how we got to do it. Nvidia up 6%. Tesla up 2. Roblox up 3. Tesla crushed expectation. Yes. What was it? 184,000 units sold fourth quarter. Yeah. My friend who bought Tesla at 820, he fears for his investment. And I'm hoping he bought when it went down to 650, 660, because then he would have brought his dollar cost average down to around 750 or so. So now he wouldn't be sweating as much because it's around 700 now. So that's how we do it. I've watched teenagers get rich on social media last 2 years. Exactly. Same go-getters. TikTok, YouTube, Snap, Instagram, Facebook, short videos, 3 minutes. That's it. That's it. All the guys who figure they're too old to do something, you're never too old. You always learn anyhow. Just like when you get a new cell phone, you learn. You know, you can't keep the same cell phone forever. I tried. I had my 2013 Note 4, but eventually it was just the technology and everything just was way ahead. I had to get a new phone. So the point is, you always have to learn. You always have to figure out a new skill if you want to improve, and especially if you want to make more money. All right. Gino Shimiente, welcome to the Monday night live stream. Hey, Eric, how are you doing tonight? Doing great. The only car that don't lose value is a Rolls Royce. It's $500,000. That's what it costs because this is handmade, no robotics. Yeah. No, even Rolls Royces go down in value. A friend of mine used to sell Rolls Royces, and they drop like a rock in value. There's only certain ones that will keep their value. And those are special, limited edition varieties. But yeah, you have to buy, if you're going to spend $500,000 or more on a car, you better pick one that's only got, 10 of them in the world or something like that. Only 10% of Americans have purchased crypto. That's right. 33 million only out of 300. That's exactly right, because there's been FUD. Think about it. Goldman Sachs, FUD, said no good. JP Morgan, up until like a year and a half ago, said no good. Warren Buffett, no good. Bill Gates says no good. TV said no good. Federal government said, I think bad actors buy and sell through this Bitcoin and kidnap kids, and that's what they're doing with Bitcoin. Janet Yellen was just on a month ago spouting that nonsense. All right. And I'm sitting there the whole time. You guys heard me think about this before. I'm sitting there the whole time going, is she talking about the dollar bill? I mean, what is she talking about here? I'm like, is she confused or something? Because I could have sworn drug dealers usually have millions of dollars of cash sitting around. Drug and kidnappers and people who are trafficking people, they're not sitting around on a computer. They're giving people cash, duffel bags of cash. I'm like, what the heck is she talking about? Bad actors and illegal stuff. That's what people use cash for. Come on now. Stop playing. Anyhow, yeah, it's because of the FUD over the last 20 years. Well, Bitcoin only came out like 12 years ago. So it's FUD the whole time. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Brooklyn Daddy. Thank you. True. Maria G, thank you so much. Moses Tillman, we appreciate you, Eric. Thank you so much for saying that, Moses Tillman. And I appreciate you because you have that icon next to your name. That means you also support the channel, but with your dollars as well. So I thank you. Views not equal to ad money. Exactly. That's exactly right, Curtis Davis. Oh, and I'm glad he brought that up. Ladies and gentlemen, views, followers, and any of these vanity metrics actually matter a little bit, but not when it comes to streams of income. Because just like I said tonight, when I said, hey, download the link for the free $10 of Bitcoin, you get free $10. I receive something as well. Okay, simple. When I say download the link to Celsius, if you send over $400 or more, you get $40 in free Bitcoin. I get something also. But I'm not sitting here selling something to you where you get only a book or an ebook. Okay? That's what I don't do. So if you get Voyager, $100 or more you put in Voyager, they give you $25 of Bitcoin. Yes, I receive something for that, but you're actually investing. All right? I do it a little differently. Also, let me get you guys in perspective in case you want to do YouTube. Please download the TubeBuddy. It's a free app down below. It helps with your keywords. It helps you with your thumbnails. It helps you learn how to get a little better with your titles, thumbnails, and a whole bunch of other things. Down below near the very bottom in the description is TubeBuddy. It's free. All right? Now, depending on what genre that you talk about gives you your AdSense, which is your revenue from YouTube. So when you see things that is low-hanging fruit, such as pranks, fun and game stuff, all right, that has the lowest amount per 1,000 views. So we're talking about it could be $1. It could be 50 cents. It could be $2. All right. Now, let's talk about if you move up where it's not low-hanging fruit. Let's say it has to require a little bit of knowledge and skill, educational purposes. Now you're starting to get into maybe $7, $8, $9. And then what I was talking about earlier, where we're talking about the car guys, where they're, putting on twin turbos or putting on wraps or painting their cars or, doing something special to their cars, adding new rims, whatever. They're in a $3 to about a $7 per 1,000 views. All right. So when you see these kind of things, you have to, that's actually how it works. Now, when you get into things like finance, stocks, how to make money, well, now it starts moving into over $10. It could be 10, it could be 15, it could be 20. All right. It could be 25. All right. When you start talking about credit, also it ranges 10, 15, 20, 25, because it's going to be based on your channel. So if 1 minute you're doing car stuff, and then another video you're doing motivation, and another video you're talking about financial, now they're going to have a combo, but you're going to be probably under $10 per 1,000 views. But if you just stuck with the financial, let's say, now you might be at the $15 to $25 per 1,000 views. So that's why the guys that talk financial, once they build up a channel, some of you guys might know, some of these big YouTubers who now have 1 million subscribers, who now have 800, 500,000 subscribers, they're sitting there beautifully because they're getting like 20, $25 per 1,000 views. And if they have videos that do like 50,000 views, and now you're doing 5 times 25, that gives you an idea. 120, what is that? 125, right? So now if they do 100,000 views, now it's $250 per video. So now you see why these guys do videos almost every day, because now they could be doing $250 a day, and you guys can start doing the numbers on $250 a day, because 5 days is $1,000. And now you start doing that 5 times, that's $5,000. You see what I'm saying? So now they're doing, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a month. Some people get 200, 300,000 views per video. So that gives you an idea. When you start breaking that down, 300,000 divided by 1,000, you start getting up there, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So some of these guys could be doing $5,000 per video. So all I'm saying. So, and for all those who are not, such as myself, then we have other streams of income that we have an offshoot because we're on all the platforms. So Stop Struggling Now is on Instagram. Stop Struggling Now is on Facebook. Stop Struggling Now is on everywhere. LinkedIn. We're on TikTok. We're on Snapchat. So yeah, no large following on any, except here, the largest following is over 12,000 subscribers. So I want to thank you. But all the rest not. But it's accumulative. StopStrugglingNow.com website. Cumulative. So altogether, you might have 5 people over in one spot, 3 in another, 10 in another, 8 in another. So now you guys don't see in these other locations, another 1,000 people saw something, but it doesn't show on each specific platform. But yet you're generating revenue from all the platforms. It adds up. All right. That's how you do it. All right. Hopefully that helps out, because that's exactly what the deal is. And I'm not going to tell you guys what my ad revenue is. K Hunter, can't give up. Exactly. That's the motivational video, because we keep doing it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we roll around again Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and keep going. Don't give up, ladies and gentlemen. I told everybody before, when you start something, I don't want to hear it. Don't come to me, because I'm not the guy. I don't have the sympathy or the empathy. When you sit there and say, hey, I want to do this. I'm gonna do this online marketing. I'm going to do online whatever. I'm going to try and monetize myself. I don't want to hear I did it for 3 months, because the expectations of 3 months, 0. I don't want to hear 8 months, 0. I don't want to hear 1 year even, 0. Call me, send me a message going, Eric, for 2 years, I diligently did something every day or every other day for 2 years. And then come whine to me. But I can tell you one thing, you're not going to whine to me, because that accumulative effect after 2 years, you're going to have streams of income coming in. All right. So I challenge anybody to do that. And I'll look at your track record, and I want to see every other day you're doing something. If not, if you're not doing it 4 days a week, 5, 6, or even 7, then you can't come crying 2 years later or 6 months later going, oh, I tried it 3 times a week and it didn't work. Of course it didn't work. You understand there's other people out here. That's your competition in reality. There's 2 competitions going on when you start your online journey. One is against yourself, because you're going to improve over time. Okay, so at first it's unfamiliar, just like anything. But over time, you start doing little nuances. You improve. You get a little better in certain areas, and then that way you improve a lot. That's the first competition. The second competition is somebody's trying to eat your lunch. Somebody's out there looking at you going, oh, I got to be better than that person. So they're spotting you going, I want to be better than them, so I'm going to try. So that's the other part of the competition, but you don't know about that part. But what you do know is another 1 million people are going to start YouTube channels this year. You do know that. But how many of those 1 million people are going to post 5 times a week? That's the question. There's not going to be that many. How many people are going to do something on Instagram 5 times a week or every day? Not that many. That's how you can get ahead. Hard work. All right? That's right, Moses. Exactly. Thank you. Keep going. Maria G, that's it exactly. We're going to keep going. Me either. God bless them. Exactly. Gino Shimiente, you're the best, Eric. Everyone out there, they lie. You say the truth because I know. Thank you, Gino Shimiente. And by the way, Gino Shimiente, you say the truth as well, because those gems you keep dropping to us with the stocks, they always the truth. Along with Mr. Financial, the truth. We have track records. Wages don't keep in line with the cost of living and skill sets. Exactly. That's why you make your own skill set. Again, you guys, I keep giving you guys stories. Brian P's in the house. Always great information. Thank you so much, Brian P. Glad to see you here on the Monday Night Live again. Thank you so much. You need to find another stream of revenue if you have more than one bill coming to the house. Well said, Wilson Koo. Well said. That's exactly right. Exactly. Get a line of credit if you want the flexibility to access that money quickly and over time for other financial needs. Yeah, line of credit is the best, but outside of a HELOC. But again, Victor Herrera pretty much answered that one question about the just get the product that has the lowest interest rate, and that's what you're going to borrow your money against to buy an asset. You're not going to do what a lot of people did in 2004, 2005, when their homes were basically doubling. And what would we see? We got people doing these HELOCs. We got people refining their home. And the next thing you know, they got freaking 40-foot boats sitting in the driveway. They got freaking new cars. They have motorcycles. They have RVs because they took out $300K or something. And soon as the housing crisis came, well, guess what? All that stuff was gone. All right. So all I'm saying, you want to buy assets with this stuff. You don't want to be out here showboating. It's not necessary. Nobody gives a damn. You can drive whatever cars you want. I'm not against that. You can do whatever you want, but make sure it's for you. Because when you try to do that Joneses thing, I'm going to tell you right now, I like nice cars when I see them. I like nice things when I see them, but there's a couple of things going on. I don't know the person that's driving the thing. And when they turn the corner and out of my sight, they're out of my mind. I don't really care what car they're driving. You follow what I'm saying? Nobody cares. Sure, people are going to come up to you, give you accolades and say, hey, nice car, this is cool and all that. But after you drive off, you're never going to see them again in your life. So hopefully you're not out there trying to impress. So it better be just for you. And again, if the asset goes down, that's where they got you. Okay? Well, I might buy more Tesla at 1,000. They can't hold back greatest EV. Exactly. Exactly. Luckily, they're not at 1,000 though. So I think they're still at a bargain price, even though, like I said, I was arguing for years that Tesla was garbage. But now I find out they're more than just a car company. And then when I didn't realize they had autonomous driving almost unlocked. I didn't realize they had the EV battery advantage, 600 miles versus everybody else about 300 or less. I mean, I didn't realize how far ahead they were. So they're doing damage. Curtis Davis, I feel exceptional with that statistic you just provided. Thanks for the Monday info fact. Exactly. Mr. Financial, giving it straight. I'm on 4-day on water. I'm on 4-day on water fast. And I'm invite on Celsius Crypto now. Thank you. Brian P., thank you so much. You're on a fast? You're water fasting right now? I don't understand. You need water, man. Don't go 4 days. I don't want to, man. Okay, 4 days, good enough. You're scaring me. All right. But thank you for that Celsius. Yeah, if you send $400 or more, your first deposit over, you can actually deposit on the Celsius Network app because they charge, their fee is actually less than depositing on Coinbase, who siphons a fee. And then when you send it to Celsius, another fee. So it almost is like just load up directly on Celsius. But Either way works, but remember to put your first deposit $400 or more, so then you'll get free $40 of BTC, which is Bitcoin, or DAI. It's either one. So take your pick. All right, Eric, facts. Underground people got duffel bags and unlimited guns. No PC, no mobile phone needed. Exactly. Exactly. That's why when Janet Yellen's out there talking crazy, talking about, yeah, cryptocurrencies used for illicit purposes, bad people. I'm like, sheesh. How old is this person? She's crazy. Mario L. in the building. Welcome to the Monday Night Live Stream. Glad to see you here. Thank you so much for being here on the Monday Night, Eric. Love his content and tools, force you to think and active learning. Each time you buy stock, you learn. Exactly. Buy Nvidia as a future. They just took business from Intel. Yes, exactly. Nvidia, you guys know that's the one. I don't care if it is at 530. I don't even care. There's a chip shortage, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, let me go. Let's go. Oh, I forgot about some things here. Hold on a second. Let me go. Oh man, I have too many things open right now. Let me go see what this is. Nvidia. Here we go. Oh, whoa! It's at 600, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! It just went up $32 today. That's incredible. It was $571 this morning. It's now over 600. Oh my goodness, Nvidia is taking over. Yes. This is getting good. Well, as most of you know, Mr. Financial told us to get Nvidia like a year ago. When it was, I think it was only around 100 and something. And I didn't get in till, I don't even know, maybe about a month and a half ago. But it wasn't 600. It wasn't 550. So this is great. I'm loving this. Awesome. Thanks for the good news, Gino Scimiente. And thank you, Mr. Financial, for all last year telling us get Nvidia. All right. Still live. Ali G. We're still live, man. Had a little message, a little problem. Remember, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Saying exactly. That's exactly right. I have been investing in stocks since 1970. I started young. I made money and lost money, but I made more money than lose money. I'm here. I know what I talk about. I know you do, Gino Scimiente, because like I said, Gino Scimiente, you got me into Meli, MELI, ladies and gentlemen. They're the Argentine Amazon. And I was fortunate enough to finally listen to Gino Scimiente. I bought at around 50. It's back up to 15. I bought it around 1,500. It dropped to in the 14s. So I was able to get some more at a lower dollar cost average. So I'm into the 1400s. So now I'm up because it's up over 1,500 again. All thanks to Gino Scimiente. He's been telling me the whole time. And actually, I believe it was at 1,300 when he first started talking about it. So again, that was on a Friday Night Live, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think about Hyliion 9? Mylan B, welcome to the Monday Night Live Stream. I don't think much of it, quite frankly. Here, I like other choices, quite frankly. There's, like I say, Neo, I'm down with them. Let me go pull this up for you. We'll go on the screen. So, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, quite frankly. I'll just put it that way. I just think they're a little bit ahead of their time. That's all. Even though it's down today, let's go year. See, yeah, it's just right back to where they started last year. I don't think there's much movement on this. They're still undervalued. So, in my opinion, look, this was all the way up to $37, $40. In my opinion, it's a long-term play. That's what I think. Quite frankly, I think you're going to have to hold this one for a while, there's nothing wrong with that. But I think we're talking like a 3-year out or maybe even more. But in those 3 years, a lot of things can happen. So I like a little Neo better than that. So that's what I'm saying. I'm hearing a lot of talk about XRP hitting 15 in 3 months. Mylan B, XRP right now is what, 112, something like that, 120. Now's the time to get in. It's a risk. That's all I can say, right? Go see what the price is. It's a risk right now. So when it was, somebody asked me when it was down to 27 cents, 30 cents, like 5-6 months back, and I said you should buy some. There's a reason. Yeah, here we are, $1.44. Look at this, went up 8% again today. So at these prices, this is worth a risk because they're getting some things removed from the SEC. So it could be, even though, quite frankly, XRP is not Ripple. XRP is nothing. Ripple is something, though, but they don't use Ripple. They're using XRP, which, I mean, they're not using, the banks aren't using XRP. All right? So this is almost smoke and mirrors. But it keeps rising, and I'm not against making money. That's what I keep telling everybody. You guys are hearing these other guys on YouTube talking about XRP's garbage. It's no good. I recognize what it is. Some people are talking about Bitcoin's no good, and Ethereum, I told you so when it dropped 10, 20%. And then now that it's rising back up, that's why I keep saying it's an investment or risk. So if you're willing to invest in XRP, which I can't even buy XRP, unfortunately, but now I can thanks to Joshua Felder. But the point is, if you can buy XRP, I'd buy XRP, even $1.44, knowing that it could go from $1.44 to 50 cents. So, or it can go $1.44 to $5. So it's up to you what you want to do with this. So it's all a risk. So I would say, like I've been telling people for 3 years, buy crypto. But keep in mind, it's a risk. So I'm not against somebody buying at 50 cents and then it hits $15 and the person invested $300 and now it's whatever that, 700%, 7 times. Or, I'm not against somebody investing $200 and the next thing you know, they turn it into 2,000 in less than a year. I mean, how am I supposed to? That's why I do these risks myself. I'm not going to sit around and put my money in a bank. I'm willing to take the risk, just like Gino Chimiente says right here. He's been investing since 75. This is how the investment game and the risk game works. I made money and lost money, but I made more money than lose. That's what you're hoping for when you're investing. So some things are a risk, like XRP, you recognize it's a risk. All right. So then if you're going to invest in XRP, then you should be investing in Bitcoin and or Ethereum, because those are the stalwarts of the crypto world right now. So if you're going to take a risk with XRP, then you got to invest in BTC and Ethereum also. That's all I'm saying. And then if they all go up, you win. If one goes up or two goes up, you still win. Tesla will be trading sideways for now. More than likely, but they're still a good company, in my opinion. At Gino Chimiente with this Jim, that's exactly right. Nvidia cheap. I believe it's a 900 stock. I agree with you, Curtis Davis. You heard me on Friday Night Live when I said Nvidia was cheap, even though it was cheaper on Friday Night Live. But the fact of the matter is it's cheap, especially with the chip shortage. And they're the chip makers. So they get to get a little bit of extra money. James Way, that's exactly the problem right there. How do you get XRP? That's exactly the problem. You're going to have to jump through some hoops. Check out the last video. Not last. Check out the Joshua Felder. It says, thank you, Jay Felder video. I think it's 3 days ago. Yeah, it was Saturday, actually. It's the last actual video that I did on, Saturday's 3 videos ago, because this live counts as 1. Video I dropped today is 2. So the 3rd video back is where Joshua Felder has it. So you can probably buy on Exodus. And if you can't buy on Exodus, then you're going to have to swap it on maybe Simply Swap, or I don't know where you can buy XRP off the top of my head, because I haven't been able to buy it, because I wanted to buy it when it was 27 cents. And I'd have been doing good right now, but I couldn't do it because all the exchanges froze them. XRP is the future. That's why I bought it 11 cents in 2017. Always hold the bag, boys. Mario L. Yeah, I got XRP also from 2017. And unfortunately, I can't get to it. It's sitting on an exchange I can't open up. And I don't even remember what I bought. But if it was 11 cents, it would have only been 20, 30 bucks. I didn't never mess around with crypto in a big way. I always would do like 30 bucks, 50 bucks. And then the coins would go from like 2 cents to $1. And so, it's just crazy. But yeah, all crypto are risk, but they're moving rapidly. Some 20% a day, some 9, some -2, but overall you win. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's worth the risk to me. That's why I can never tell anybody not to invest in crypto. Even if crypto goes to zero, meanwhile, it's creating millionaires. Ordinary citizens are winning. That's all I care about. Yeah, BNB's going up like crazy, and you can't buy BNB, although Joshua Felder, Mr. Crypto, in the video, he showed how to change BTC to BNB. So it's there already. BNB just went up another 20% in the last 2 days. It's insane. So I think BNB, VeChain, KuCoin, and Pancake. Yeah. 7 streams of dreams of income. Welcome to the Monday night live stream. He's got a good point. I have all these except, well, BNB I have locked up on the international Binance. VeChain I have on Voyager. I do not have KuCoin or Pancake myself, but they're all valid. I can't say anything against any crypto because they all increase in value. If somebody's getting 10, 20, 30% on their coin within a week, who am I to say that's a bad deal? To me, that's a winning deal. A person could sell it and have profit and move on. I mean, even though you got to pay, it's a taxable event, but still, I'm not against anybody. LRCX, oh my God. I was out. Oh man, I don't even want to look. I don't even want to look, Gino Shimmy NT. I don't even want to look, man. I don't want to look. LRCX. I don't even want to look. I'm sick because I forgot to do that this morning. Oh my God. It dropped. Thank goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been going crazy. Look at this. Last month, 536 to 650, 21% on your money. Woo! Well, we still have a chance at the 650 number. But yeah, semiconductor company, ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know and you're here, men, women, and countrymen, there's a chip shortage. That's why Ford and a lot of car manufacturers had to stop making their vehicles. All right? So that's the deal right there. Curtis Davis, 100%. Facts. That's how we do it. XRP on KuCoin exchange. Okay. 7 streams of dreams of income. Can USA citizens use the KuCoin exchange? And how do we load money on the KuCoin? Let me know. Yes, USA can use KuCoin. He answered the question. He knew what was coming. Okay, there we go, James Way. There we have it. Okay, this is good news. Stocks will come back, but crypto right now, fire. Exactly. Buy some stocks while low or no movement. Charge point and blank. CHPT, I can't believe what it was at. I saw that today too. I was like, man, I got to buy some more CHPT. This is crazy. This is real crazy. $25. This is real crazy. I was just like, what? These guys merged with another company, the top 2 in the industry, and they keep moving sideways and even drop back down. This is incredible. This is a bargain to me. I can't believe it. Thank you, Mr. Financial, for pointing that out. Uphold for XRP. Exactly. All right. Get KuCoins too. Okay, that works. Amazon is breaking out. That means going higher. It's going to a tear. That's correct. Gino Shimiente, once again, has not led me astray or anybody else. Also, Microsoft has just now acquired some more companies they're doing what they should be doing. You guys know how I tell you about the top 10 companies are able to buy out their competitors or future competitors and the big boys. So that means, the Teslas, the Amazons, the Apples, the Microsofts. They're able to buy out competition, the Twitters and the Facebooks and all that. They're able to buy up future competition, and that's what Microsoft just did. So their stock is still undervalued, along with Apple's and along with Amazon's, apparently. Coins have lower gas fees. Exactly. Thank you for mentioning that, 7 Streams of Dreams of Income. And please, everybody who's still here, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithms. We need the love. And the other love is, please share these videos because we can actually help other people. That's the goal here. We're trying to help millions of others because there are millions of people who believe that there's no other way. Think about this. In low-income areas of the country and even around the world, you have people who believe that they have to do illegal activity to make money, when in fact, they already know how to do business. They're already selling. They already know how to find a customer. They already know how to promote, package, distribute, except they're doing illegal stuff when they could be doing it legally, but they don't know that they can do it legally. They just hear about YouTube. They hear about social media. They don't realize that their camera that they're holding in their phone could do the same generations of income that they're doing right now, or more with an upside, and it's not illegal. So that is the beauty of this whole system that's happening. Yes, Microsoft just bought another nun. Exactly, Curtis Davis. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to be getting some MSFT tomorrow myself, along with some of that LRCX. I think I'm going to go in for some of that. And actually, I'm going to even get some more Nvidia. So we'll see what happens. Domino's just partnered with Autonomous. Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Who didn't see this coming? This is what's going to happen with Uber. This is what's going to happen. Yep, it's happening. This is what's going to happen with all of the companies. The DoorDashes, all the big boys who can afford it, along with Tesla, along with whatever EV maker comes up with the autonomous driving. There's the robo-taxis, there's the robo-deliveries, there's all of it. Domino's is already at what was Domino's at? 390. Yeah, they're almost at 400. And the other one, you don't have to say nothing, Gino Shimienti, because I'm just gonna go to it. Chipotle. Let's just get to it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, CMG. Here's another one. They have the formula. Let's see, year over year. Let's see what happened. Year over year, the formula. Double your money year over year. They have the formula. They're on all the continents and going. Their space is limited, which is beautiful. They almost have like the perfect plan, the perfect layout of their perfect layout of their stores. So that is something. ETH 2.0 is going to have lower gas fees. I don't know what ETH 2.0 is. Is this another fork? Because right now I see it on Coinbase, but they're the same price, so I don't know. Well, they better have lower gas fees and they better be faster. That is another one going to take off. Exactly. I agree, Gino Shimienti. That's how we're doing it. Neuro, working dominoes, but pizza has previous pilot programs in Nevada. That's right. That's exactly right. Neuro. That's what the future is, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why anybody, if you guys are out here trying to be in the trucking business, trying to be in the delivery business, you're gonna find yourself investing in a lot of stuff, and in about 2 years or less, you're gonna be sitting right beside a car that has nobody in there, and they're gonna be dropping off items that you're supposed to be delivering. All right? you're going to have trucks driving by you that are powered by no one. And you're going to be out there holding the bag with a tractor and trailer payments and being able to and have to work for less. All right. So just be careful out there. It's a lot easier to publish a book these days. That's another income stream. If you have a story or expertise on certain subject matters. Diesel Mike, you're absolutely right. That's right, because Melanie Bonita has books on Amazon, but that's not the type of book well, I guess she does help people out with finances and psychology, sociology, and all that. But yeah, the easiest thing is to publish a book. And whether the book is regurgitated stuff that's already out here for free or not, people buy it, and that's a stream of income. I have to agree with you on that. In fact, I've been so tempted to make a video about this CNC Motors thing. In fact, I probably will, because I'm getting a little irritated. Because a lot of you guys, I'll just let you know, I'm one of America's bad boys, as you call it, because I got in trouble with the law because I was doing something that was not illegal. But they changed the law to try and stop me from doing what I was doing. And in the return, the government, which was state of California government, they actually arrested me. All right. Even though the law wasn't even in effect yet. Now, nothing that CNC, and in case you guys don't know, CNC Motors takes cars on consignment. They then sell cars to the buyer. It turns out that they were accepting the money from the buyer, but they weren't paying off the seller, the person that brought the car in on consignment. And it turns out, not only that, it turns out that they also were making monthly payments on a person's car for a few months without giving them their money. In other words, they didn't give the buyer, the seller, their money to pay off the car. And so then they would start sending them a monthly payment because the person would have a car note. So the law is, they created this law, unlawful subleasing of a motor vehicle, which stops you from subleasing, which is basically paying somebody else's note. That's against the law. They came after me. I'm the first person, all right, just so you guys know, in America. So that's why it's disgusting to me that these guys did all this stuff, and my scenario is totally different and straight. So the person comes in, they sign their contract, they co-sign. Well, it wasn't really called co-sign, but the person signed a contract allowing another person to take over payments on the car. Contractual agreement, nothing illegal. So they came after me for that, but yet this guy CNC's been doing this stuff for about 5 to 10 years, and somehow he's not arrested. So yeah, I'm feeling a kind of funny way. Right, exactly. That's why I've been restrained from making a video, because of that. And he's in California, so we're talking apples to apples in that regard. But what he's doing is straight up illegal. What I was doing wasn't even illegal. They're just like, well, we'll make up a law. And even then, it still's not illegal, apparently, because this guy's doing all kind of crap that we never lost cars. We never stole anybody's car. We never had anybody paying. Nobody ever paid my company, and then we didn't pay off the lien holder. None of that crazy nonsense. But that's what CNC is doing, and dude's still walking around on the street. Yeah, I feel funny about that. A month ago, they were dropping FUD on Chipotle. Also, Shopify, a sleeper. Yep, Shopify and all that. You got it. VeChain partnering with Workforce. Sam, what? Well, that's good, because I got VeChain when it was freaking 3 cents. So I'm liking anything I'm hearing about VeChain. VeChain is crypto, ladies and gentlemen. And if they're working with Workforce, no wonder. It started creeping up recently. So I actually bought some more VeChain that I told the members of the channel about, like, I believe 5 days ago or thereabouts. Apparently, Exactly. Eric, hello. Stop crushing people's dreams. Autonomous coming. Hey, man, you know how we keep it real here. And it's 2 hours in, which is a record for the Monday night. So please smash that like button. And if you like what we talk about, please subscribe to the channel. As you can see, we have many gems dropped here. And this is how it goes every live stream we do. So you have your pick. You do your own due diligence and see if any of this matches up with your investment strategies. And hopefully it does, because there's a ton of gems being dropped every time. So if you come back on Wednesday night, remember, it's members only chat. The people with the icons next to their name are the only ones that's going to be able to chat. The rest of the world can watch. And there's still gems that are going to be dropped. So bring your pen, pad, and paper, men, women, and children, because you want to find out the financial future. And yes, we're crushing dreams because autonomous is coming. Actually, it's here. It's just that they're not willing to release it because of the liability factors. Let's just face it. We all know computers are not 100% accurate, and we're not going to act like computers don't freeze, don't lock up, don't hiccup, don't have to reset. And you can imagine driving down the street and the computer starts acting up. It could cause havoc. That's liability. So I don't blame them for holding off on this autonomous driving stuff. But it's coming. It's already here, actually. CMG is going higher. It's breaking out today. Has to pass 1564 and will take off. Yeah, that's why I brought it up, Gino, because I know CMG is, in my estimation, is still below what it's valued at. They're a worldwide company and growing like hotcakes. Publishing, book, and distribution in Amazon, Facebook, exactly. There goes another stream of income, ladies and gentlemen. That's the playbook, streams of income. All right, there's a data privacy battle coming. Facebook versus Apple versus Google. Data consumer sharing biz model fading. Exactly. Exactly. They're not going to be able to monetize this much longer, ladies and gentlemen. That has been their whole model. That's why I keep saying monetize yourself. Get your .crypto domain from Unstoppable Domains down below. Get your, look, there's so much stuff going on. This is why the government is scared. What if you can get your own token, right? You can create your own tokens. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this crypto stuff straight. Tokens are just created out of thin air, okay? Anybody can create tokens. You just got to know where and how to create them. Then you too can make up a white paper and then say, hey, this is what our objective is. Please buy the coins. Anybody can do this. That doesn't mean it's going to work. All right. Now, SSN Lifestyle members, guess what? I'm giving out tidbits. There will be a token. That's right. Because as an SSN Lifestyle member, you have to think about what a token really is, or a coin, but in this case, it's a token. So a coin or a token has a value. The value is based on what they're going to do, right? So just like Chainlink, they can process payments a lot cheaper than me wiring money. So their coin is worth a certain value, okay? So when we do SSN Lifestyle and people, members have tokens, if there's a value that SSN Lifestyle brings, then that means the token has a value, which means you can sell your token, your business, your coin, or coins to other people, right? So that's part of giving you guys some tidbits on some cutting edge stuff I'm coming up with. Nobody's doing it right now, but when I get done with this stuff that's in my head, it's going to be a game changer. And not only that, let me give you guys a little bit more, because I give teasers on this SSN Lifestyle. So now let's just say you have tokens, right? Because you're a member of SSN Lifestyle. Your token, let's say you sell your token to somebody. Now this is all transactionable. That is a membership. So now that membership could be valued at whatever you want to sell it at, or whatever the person deems the value is. So just because you bought in at $300, there's not that many tokens available for people to get in. We have valuable situations that could occur. So now a person says, you know what, I want in this thing, man. I'll pay you $450. Well, guess what happens? Let's just say we do our refer a friend and we have links to this. That $450, the company gets their cut. It's programmed in the token, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have to send money back and forth. As soon as somebody pays for that token, the person can get $300 for the membership themselves. $100 could go to the company. The person that signed them up could get $25 sent to them. Instantly. Done. Nobody's holding anybody's money. Nobody's ripping off anybody. And guess what else? Let's say the person sells the token down the line. Guess what? The person that sold him the token gets cashed off again. The company gets cashed off again. The person that signed them up get cashed off again. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I can do that. Endless. Without the company having to collect the money and to distribute it to the person. It's in your account automatically from the sale of it. All right, this is cutting edge stuff. It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. It's going down. Apps are stealing people's data. It's not free. Apple not agreeing to data heists continue. Exactly. Why can't you buy XRP? Because I'm in the USA, Ali G. Now we know we can buy on KuCoin because they froze it. Like on Coinbase, you can't buy it. On Voyager, you can't buy it. On Celsius, you can't buy it. On Binance US, you can't buy it. You can't buy it almost anywhere that I know of until they came up. Exodus, you can't buy it. So KuCoin, apparently, you can. So we'll find out. Eric, what's your next move in the 305? Going for it? No, not going for it. Victor Marrero, got to tell you, not going for it. I'm going to tell you the simple truth of the matter. I got spoiled over in the offshore. Because again, in my head, it's the same reason why I can't pull the trigger at Cannon Rock for the 2-bedroom. Because I'm sitting there like, okay, if I spend $280, I can get myself like I can get like 3 other properties. So it's exponential for me. So that's the way I look at it. I mean, it's kind of hard for me because I love the idea with Miami, but actually I did that thing on, if you saw the video, I wasn't real happy with the pricing that I found on the arbitrary days, even though, you know, it's kind of hard, $400 a night, but I have $300 a month in HOAs. It's kind of hard. And of course, I did the CRE with the star report attached sort of to it. And it showed that it's 80% occupancy downtown. Well, it was 76% actually. So again, and now we're building like 10,000 more rooms. So now we have an oversupply. So now if we got to go 76%, are we going to be at 70% occupancy rate in downtown? There's too many variables, so I haven't really checked it out that much. But I haven't completely ruled it out. It's just that I have a hard time. If I'm going to spend $350, I might as well join you at Cannon Rock Galaxy with a 2-bedroom for less. I mean, it won't be that much less because they're $290 right now. But all I'm trying to say is if I'm going to do that, I might want to be on the island, you know, because I might probably can get like $300 or $400 if I'm at Cannon Rock Galaxy as well. And my maintenance fees aren't going to be no freaking $600 a month for a 2-bedroom. And it's not going to cost me no $800,000 either for a 2-bedroom or $750. So that's the little trade-off because it's a studio for $350. Or $370 or $390, a 1-bedroom's $450, $470, $490. It's kind of hard. I mean, and I'm not really sold on what the situation is going to be. So I got to do a little bit more research. But I do think I can get $400 or $500 per night normally. But now my question is, how conservative do I have to go? Because if I'm going 3 weeks, which I never do, if I can do that 14 days. In fact, I didn't even do the numbers for it yet. So 14 days at 400, whatever that number is, 10 times 400 is 4,000. 4 times 16. So what are we at? 5,600 thereabouts. So that'd be 5,600 a month. That meets our criteria of 60K. But what do I have in maintenance, and what am I collecting? So I got to take off 10%. So we're around 50K on my conservative estimates on the so that could work. If it was 50K, 350K property, that's over 10% a year. So we're good. 12% on 3. Yeah, so it could work actually. But I can get that same thing with a lower price property over in the Dominican Republic. So it's hard to figure out yet. I don't know if it's worth the stretch, as I always say. What about Coinbase? Going live tomorrow. Buy. Ellie Banks, welcome to the live stream on the Monday night. Buy. Okay. Here's the deal. Coinbase, everybody knows the rules. 48 to 72 hours later, usually from an IPO, the price drops below what it started with. However, Coinbase is the first one that's different. They have assets under management. They have a lot of things going on, unlike a normal company. They have assets under management already, so that has a value, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the rest of the coins. And that nothing changes from that. And now they still have more transactions, which they siphon off people's money going in and out of Coinbase. And now that they're doing an IPO, they're going to have an influx of money on the Coinbase platform. So it's kind of hard to say, but I'm going to be putting my money in tomorrow. But unfortunately, I think they're going to open up at 450, 500. I don't know what the numbers are at right now, but I think it's going to already be up there because their assets under management are going to be off the charts, especially in the next 24, 48 hours. So all that's going to be taken in consideration on the stock market. What about looping? LCR. No problem with looping. I like them. They're cheap right now. I don't see a problem with that. I don't see no problem with that. I don't see any problem with that. What is that? 60 cents? Is that what it is? Let's go look. Yeah, these are right. Yeah, 61 cents. These are right up the alley. This is what I'm talking about. These are the what I call low risk. This is worth the $50. This is worth the 40, 30, 20, 50, 60, 70 bucks. Because if something happens, the upside is well worth the 60, 50, 40, 30 bucks. Because this is 60 cents right now. So, what is that? 10 shares is $6.15. 100 shares is $61. So, 100 coins. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I do these like myself. Other people, they might want to put in 1,000, but not me. No, looping. I have no problem with these guys. I think, hey, look at this. Let's go. They shouldn't even have a 1-year chart, I don't think. Yeah, see, they were 10 cents just last July. Last May, it was 4 cents. Went all the way up to 80 some cents, right? Yeah, 80. Now we're back down to 60. So, again, I can't predict anything with the coins. Right now, it appears that stay with Ethereum, BTC, ETC even increased to $20 a share. A $20 coin. Stick with the heavyweights. If you're going to invest in these guys, you got to invest in the heavyweights as well. And then you earn your interest daily over at Celsius Network or Voyager or Nexo. And now you win-win. That's the way I look at it. Even though looping, LCR is not on, you can't earn the interest on LCR. right now. But I'm just saying. Any thoughts on young man versus cop yelling? I I don't have no. I have disdain. I have disgust. I just can't believe we have Americans who are sitting by and thinking this is okay and not outraged like they should be. I'm outraged every time I make a post about it. Is all we can do. Emails, phone calls, do whatever you can do, but it's not going to help because we have basically 100 million Americans that think it's okay to kill people. So, and not even trip. So, and by the way, just to keep this real, I don't spell America with the C. Just to give you an idea, I spell America with the K. That's what I think. All right, it's freaking disgusting. I had it and sold it. Ah, man. Okay. Hey, as long as you sold as a profit, that's all I care about. SEC froze it. I read. Yeah, they did. But the talks went well. That's why the prices increased double since the last 2 weeks, because the SEC was chilling on them on what they were doing with XRP. Guys, I've been trucking for 4 years now. It's going to take many, many years for driverless semis to replace drivers. It's $1 billion a year biz. Too many hazards, and there's more to it than driving. Exactly, Mario L. A lot more to it than driving. He's got that right. He's saying many, many years. Unfortunately, I don't agree with his assessment on the many, many years because they're already running tests between Arizona and LA with, yes, they have a man in the passenger seat sitting there, in the driver's seat just in case something happens, but they're already doing it. So I don't know about the many, many years. I don't even know if it's going to be past 1 year, quite frankly. I'd be shocked if it was past 1 year. If it made it out to 3 years, that would be interesting. But the overall thing with trucking, as you very well know, Mario L., is the what they're paying you for loads. They are much different than 2005, for instance, or even 2010, because there's so many people out there sitting there saying, well, I'll take the load for less. And then never mind the upkeep on the tractors, trailers, if you own them, the insurances, the licenses, it's off the chain. And so the cost per load is not going up. That's the problem. Big problem. L Banks, 414, Coinbase goes public. That's in 2 days. I thought they were going to launch anytime. The residence is at Sunset Walk, maybe another option. It is sharing place with Margarita in Orlando, still 5 minutes from Disney. Okay. Are we talking about pre-construction at the residence is at Sunset Walk? Why don't we go look? Let's go. At Sunset Walk, pre-construction. Go look. That's the Facebook. It's a hotel. The dates for construction start and finish have not yet been. Oh, there we go. $295. Oh, wait a minute. We have. I think we have something here. Oh, this is very interesting. You're a funny man, Victor Marrero. The 2 bedrooms are equal to a studio in downtown Miami. That's funny. That's funny. Pre-construction. All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. How cute is this? Let's see if we can play a little bit. I'm not going to play any sound, though. You turn this off. We'll just show you the concept there. All right. So it's the usual Orlando property. We got the water features for the kids, the big pool for the kids and adults. Where's that adult pool only at? But this looks like a wide open resort like we're used to. The best ones, this is what they do. Water features for the kids, band stage, picnic area. All right. This looks just what you would expect. And it looks like they're by a lake. What's going on here? Do they have a man-made lagoon or lake there now? Okay. Yeah. That's what it looks like. Well, there we have it. Victor Marrero dropping gems. There we are. $300,000 for a 2-bedroom in Orlando, or $300,000 for a condo in downtown Miami. The residence at Sunset Walk, ladies and gentlemen, would probably be a better bet if you're still talking about $300,000. I got to admit, we have a known quantity, and Victor Marrero actually I think he has a 2-bedroom at the Margaritaville, so he knows how much they can make. And like I said, I think he did like 70 to 100K. I don't know the number. Even last year, I think it was, which is incredible. Predict 118 to 130 for Coinbase. Tanisha Lyles. I don't mean to be laughing, but it will not be 118. It will not be 130. All right? I don't think so. I mean, I would put money on it, but I'm thinking 400, 450, 500 is what I'm thinking. It's going to be off the charts. Will Coinbase be on Robinhood? More than likely. It's just a normal IPO. Cardano is pretty cheap as well. Yes, Cardano's cheap, but they haven't done anything. They've been cheap for like 5 years, every 3 years, whenever the dude came out with the stuff, but they haven't met anything, any goal. And here they go again talking about they're going to do something in June or July. We'll see. But their price keeps going up as if something is going to happen in June or July. Curtis Davis, thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 2 hours and 22 minutes. I got to wrap this up. So I want to thank everybody for being here this evening, and thank you for your support. And let me see. We're going to end this in a few minutes. So it's been 2 hours. So we got to go. Monday nights, we normally don't run this long. But again, I want to thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for watching. All right, here we go. Coinbase might be 200. All right, everybody. Put in your bids. Put in how much you think Coinbase IPO is going to be starting at. All right, you guys put that in right now, so then we can go back to it on Wednesday night live, and we're going to see who was pretty close. So I'm gonna put in like 400. That's what I'm putting in. All right. I think it's gonna be 400, ladies and gentlemen, minimum. All right. And please do not put anything in Robinhood, Webull, Schwab, anybody saying how much will you buy Coinbase shares for. Don't give these guys heads up that you're willing to spend $130, $150, $200 a share. If anything, just say $20 or something, because it's not going to matter. All right. John Ruck, he says 311 or 420. Well, you got to pick one or something, man. 311, that's a difference of $100. Can't be that wide. 100. Is that yours? Maria says 350. All right. Well, we're going to find out in the next 24 to 48 hours. That's for sure. L Banks, 375. Yeah, I'm thinking that too. I don't see how it's going to be under 250 or 300. I just. All right, we had the mic off. Sorry about the freeze. Yeah, Curtis Davis is going the high of 600. He's going with the highest 600. Mario L's 280. Brooklyn Dad 485. Curtis Davis is at the highest at 600. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked at all because you guys got to understand the crypto space is larger than banks. And not saying that banks have $300 or $400 stock prices, because they don't. I mean, JP Morgan is just either at 90 or 100, 109 or something. Wells Fargo and Bank of America is under 40 each. So, I mean, it's not normal. But these guys, you know, they probably have more assets under management than the top 2 or 3 banks in America. I wouldn't be surprised. So their shares should be by rights, what Tanisha Lyles was saying, around 118, 120, 130. I would, you know, but the way things are going in this day and age, it's not going to be that. It's going to be something incredible. Curtis Davis is going with the highest 600. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we all got our little thoughts in on this, our bid price in, so we'll find out. But we're going to end it there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. That's why we are concentrating on getting more assets and in turn getting more streams of income. Assets equal streams of income right now. We are not buying assets that do not create streams of income if you can help it. And if you can't help it, then you buy an asset. But the ones you want to get right now are the ones that are going to create extra streams of income. So monetize yourself. Use some of the links down below. I even have the podcast, Buzzsprout podcast. It's free. StreamYard is free. The links are down below. Use those to monetize yourself. Get on the program. Get your free stock. Get your free $10 of Coinbase and Bitcoin. Get interest daily from Celsius and Nexo and all these guys. Don't delay. And with all that said, keep your head up. Keep moving.